Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about another steward's verdict that's been issued in Japan following an incident involving Max Verstappen, as well as a key update on Mercedes front wing. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on Instagram and X at James's Pit Lane. I'll leave links in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. So let's start with Mercedes, and while going in to the Japanese Grand Prix weekend, there was some controversy around their front wing. Basically, video footage of Kimi Antonelli's car in China caught the attention of rivals for what appeared to be a multi-stage transition between the car's straight and cornering mode, and moving images showed that the wing ran completely flat on the straights, and as it transitioned to corner mode, ran briefly in a halfway state, initially under braking, and then on the final approach to corners such as the hairpin at the end of the back straight, it finally popped all the way up. Now, this behaviour of the front wing appeared to go against the rules, with it being a minimum time of transition for wing states. Basically, Article 3.10.10 of F1's technical regulations stipulates that the transition time between the two modes of the front and rear wings can be no longer than 0.4 seconds, and the movement observed of being longer than 400 milliseconds, as the article officially states, and of there being more than two fixed stages, triggered a number of rivals to take a closer look at what was going on, and it was also enough for at least one team to contact the FIA to check what was being observed was within the boundaries of the regulations. Now, the behaviour of the wing initially led to theories of, was this a trick on Mercedes' car? Have Mercedes gone to the extreme with the rules over the wing? Well, the race say that the truth is that there was no deliberate act, and a simpler explanation has been signed off as satisfactory by the FIA, with the race going on to say the answer for what was going on with the front wing was that its slower return to corner mode was a mistake, the result of a miscalculation by Mercedes of the forces required to switch wing modes. The Mercedes front wing is one that operates with hydraulic pressure being used to push the wing element into corner mode, rather than having a system that gets it pulled down for straight line mode. In Shanghai, the team got its calculations wrong in terms of how much hydraulic pressure was required to close the wing at maximum speed, because of the forces being pushed against it as the car travels through the air. The result was that when the corner mode was activated, there was not enough hydraulic pressure to push the wing back into its final fixed position when the car was travelling above a certain speed, because the forces it needed to counter were too high. It was only when the speed came off, so the forces experienced by the wing travelling through the air were less, that it was fully able to close. Now, Mercedes first became aware of the wing problem in qualifying in China, and remember when George Russell had to change his front wing during qualifying, that was the reason why. And the race went on to say it believed that fixes had been put in place for the race to prevent a repeat, but those were clearly not enough, as Antonelli suffered similar problems. Sources have revealed that work has been done at Mercedes Brackley factory since the China race to improve its hydraulic systems and make it more robust, with the hope being that there will not be repeat problems in Japan this weekend. The race has learned that the FIA, in response to the queries from rivals, did discuss the situation with Mercedes and is satisfied by the explanation that was given. But let's move on to Max Verstappen, and while there was an incident involving him and Franco Colapinto during free practice 2 in Japan. Basically, 20 minutes into the session, Colapinto was weaving along the straight in his Alpine on the approach to 130R, and on a fast lap, Verstappen arrived swiftly behind Colapinto and was forced to brake sharply. Now, this incident was referred to the stewards, and while they have now issued their verdicts, with them giving Franco Colapinto a warning for the incident, the stewards said in their verdict, Car 43 was weaving across the track, warming tyres on the straight between turn 14 and 15 when Car 3 approached at high speed. Team radio confirmed that the driver of Car 43 had received progressive warnings from the team that Car 3 was behind and closing. When Car 3 arrived, Car 43 stopped weaving but remained on the racing line, and then accelerated, but the closing speeds of the two cars was such that the driver of Car 3 had to abandon his push lap. The driver of Car 43 candidly acknowledged that he'd impeded Car 3. He said that he had misjudged the closing speed and accelerated to attempt to prevent the impeding, but had insufficient energy to do so. The driver of Car 3 said he expected Car 43 to move to the left, and when he saw that wasn't happening, he abandoned his lap. The stewards determined that the driver of Car 43 unnecessarily impeded Car 3 and imposed the usual penalty for such an infringement in free practice session of a warning. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.